Hi, we're Bartr. A bigger bang for your different bucks.
Alright, I'm Vishakh.
I'm
Um,
Josh.
I'm Linda.
And I'm Brandon. So our team comes from international backgrounds, and we all have experience traveling around the world. So a common delight we all have experienced is not knowing where to find things or how much we are willing to pay. For example, an apple in Japan costs as much as twice as an apple in China would, and I wouldn't know if I should buy for that apple. So we decided to center on the common problem, how travelers don't know how to assess prices in foreign lands.
Meet Amy. She's a millennial living in Spain who often uses cash to pay for products as a result of distrust of the government. She makes a moderate income of around $36,000 a year and has a passion for low-budget traveling. However, every time she travels internationally, she often worries about the prices of the products that she's buying. For example, in a recent trip to London, she wanted to buy a gift for her mother and ended up paying 3 times the local price at a tourist shop, when she could have gotten a much lower price, ruining her experience and leaving her stressed out.
We have a large market potential. Right now, 19 million people travel to London annually, and from that, 4 million of people are millennial. And within that, we've conducted research that 1.1 million of those people uses cash for their daily expenses. And through our interviews, 42 interviews, we learned that 90% of people need help accessing the price in foreign countries, and we have the solution.
Through multiple iterations, we arrived at a price comparator that utilizes crowdsourcing to inform users of the local equilibrium price for a specific product. However, through survey responses and a feasibility analysis, we decided to focus on informing users of the currency conversion rate at nearby foreign exchange centers while traveling.
Here's a quick walkthrough. First, we have user login. It's for us to ensure that users are authentic for crowdsourcing. Next, we have the main feature of our app, the mapping function. This allows users to see the currency exchange rate provided by local currency exchange stores. Next, we have a detail view that allows users to see more data, as well as the update price button that's for crowdsourcing.
So here's our current competition. The two priorities we found our consumers to have is the availability of exchange rate location as well as the exchange rate data. Now, looking at our market, we have Google Maps and XENTEG such companies, but oftentimes they lack in one primary function. So as Bartr, we are able to offer both functions for our customers, solving both their travel worries. Thus, we are able to penetrate the market.
In terms of traction, we have gathered 1,500 emails from our target market, have 86 customers interested in downloading our app, and out of the 36 survey responses we received, 83% showed an intent of purchase. From our user testimonials, we got feedback on our interface and our functionalities, and were able to validate our problem statement, as you can see from this testimonial here.
Now, we have some big goals for the next 5 years. But first highlight is that we're going to launch our beta test in Toronto at the end of this year. Firstly, Linda lives in Toronto, so that means that she can be on the grounds personnel working the scene and collect data if needs be. Also, Toronto is a really big city, and we think it has ample amounts of data for us to conduct our research. But secondly, we plan to launch our official product in London at the end of 2020. This is because of 3 reasons. Firstly, London is one of the most traveled to cities by foreigners annually. Secondly, it is a place where cash is still king, so that means a majority of people still use cash and coins to exchange. And thirdly, we think that it's an English-speaking country, so we don't have to overcome any language barrier. Lastly, another highlight I would also like to point out is that we plan to reach 2.5 thousand users at the end of 2021, because that way we will ensure that we have a good crowdsourcing functionality that is integrated into our system. We will start to transform into marketing at large tourist locations to ensure that will happen.
Right now, we have 2 main ways of generating revenue. First is by sponsor ad and banner ads, and secondly, we're planning to partnership with local exchange rate store. It's a win-win situation for both parties, since we're bringing them more traction and more customers. And for exchange, our users get a little discount when they exchange money, and us, we take a little portion of that as our revenue source. And here's our revenue projection. Unlike other teams, we don't have a hockey stick, but but on the 3rd year, we're planning to migrate towards a new server, which could be really beneficial in the long run.
So overall, our goal is to take the stress out of travel so that you can enjoy those incredible moments more. We're Bartr, and thank you for listening.